Hello everyone! In this video, we will begin by solving the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. The first question tells us that the probability that Jane win a game is 7 over 10. What is required of us in part A? Find the probability that Jane does not win the game. Jane does not win is the exact opposite of Jane win. We can use this rule very simply. The answer is 1 minus 7 over 10, so we get 3 over 10, which is the probability that Jane does not win. Now we move to part B, which tells us that Jane plays this game 50 times. Find the number of times she is expected to win the game. Times she is expected to win the game equal the probability that wins a game multiply by the number of times that Jane plays the game. And in this way, we have obtained the answer. Hello everyone! In this video, we will solve the second question of the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. We are required to calculate the fourth root of 0.0256. 0.0256 is the same as to 256 over 10 power 4. Here we can put the fourth root on the numerator and the fourth root on the denominator. As long as we have the fourth root, in order to be able to get rid of the fourth root, we must think about dividing the 256 in this way. 256 equals 2 power 8. Now, we can eliminate the fourth root and get the final answer. Hello everyone! In this video, we will solve the third question of the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. In this question, he tells us that the Emma has 50 mathematics questions to complete. The stem and leaf diagram shows the time in minutes it takes her to complete each question. First, what is the key? The key helps us read this table correctly. What is meant by 2 and 0? It is 20 because it is possible that what is meant by 2 and 0 is 2.0. But the key explains to us how to read the table. Now we come to stem and leaf. What is meant by stem? Is the numbers present here? It may be 1 digit, 2 digits, or more. What is meant by leaf is the digit present here, which is composed of 1 digit. And this digit is in the ones column. This means that if we want to read the numbers, here we have 1 and 1. This means that we have 11. And here we have 1 and 2. This means that we have 12. And here we have 0 and 5. This means that we have 5. We are required to obtain the mode, median, and range. The mode is the number in a set of numbers that appear the most often. The mode is the most frequent number. As we see, 16 is the most frequent number. This means that 16 is the mode. Now we come to the median. The median is the value separating the higher half from the lower half of a data sample. Here we have 15 mathematics question. Because 15 is the odd number, we can use this rule. So we got the number 8. And now we are not finished yet. So we must count up to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This number, which is 11, is the median. Now we move to range. The range math definition is the difference between the highest values and lowest values in a given set of numbers. This means we must do subtraction for maximum and minimum. The maximum here is 20. And minimum is 3, so we get 17. Hello everyone! In this video, we will solve the fourth question of the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. We are asked to write down an expression for the range of k consecutive integers. Consecutive integers are a sequence of numbers that follow one after the other with a constant difference of 1 between each number. For example, the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive integer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive integer. But in the question it tells us k consecutive integers. This means that we have this form. What is required of us is to write down an expression for the range of k consecutive integers. There is a rule for range that equals highest minus lowest. So highest here is k and lowest is 1. So we get this answer, k minus 1. Hello everyone, in this video we will solve the fifth question of the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. In this question, he tells us Henrik draws this scatter diagram. What is required of us? Put a ring around the one correct statement about this scatter diagram. Let us ask ourselves, is it possible that it shows no correlation? No correlation means when there is no clear relationship between the two variables, like this, and like this. And also, so we ask ourselves, is it possible that it shows positive correlation? That is, it means like this, and like this, and like this. And also, is it possible that it shows negative correlation? So the negative correlation will be like this, and like this, and like this. But here there are only 3 points. If we have more data points, it can provide a clear picture of the relationship between the variables, but here there are only 3 points and it is not possible to tell if there is correlation as there are not enough points. So we choose this one. Now we move to part B, which tells us that each of the 4 sector diagrams shows the same set of data. A line has been drawn on each diagram. Complete the statement. The line in diagram is the most appropriate line of best fit. The line of best fit is the line that goes roughly through the middle of all the sector points on a graph. The closer the points are to the line of best fit, the stronger the correlation is. This sector graph shows a strong positive correlation, so we choose this one. Hello everyone, in this video we will solve the second question for the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. This question tells us a rhombus has a side length of 6.5 cm. The rhombus can be constructed by drawing 2 triangles. Using a ruler and compasses only, construct the rhombus. Leave in your construction arcs. One diagonal of the rhombus has been drawn for you. We must get this shape, but it has a side length of 6.5 cm. As long as a rhombus whose all sides are equal, we must open the compass to a size of 6.5 cm and place the needle on this side and draw a small arc. Then move to this side and also draw a small arc. Now we connect the lines together and we get a triangle. Now we do the same thing but from the other side. In this way, we have drawn the rhombus, which has a side length of 6.5 cm. Hello everyone, in this video we will solve the 7th question for the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. That is required of us in part A. Complete this statement. The reciprocal of 0.2 is 0.2 equal 2 over 10, but we want the reciprocal, so it becomes this form and we get 5. We now come to this question. A prime number between 90 and 100 is. Between 90 and 100 we have these numbers. In terms of 91 is divisible by 7. This means that it is not a prime number. 92 is divisible by 2. This means that it is not a prime number. 93 is divisible by 3. This means that it is not a prime number. 94 is divisible by 2. 95 is divisible by 5. 96 is divisible by 2. 98 is divisible by 2 and 99 divisible by 3. This means that they are not a prime number. We now come to 97. 97 is not divisible by 2. nor by 3, nor by 4, nor by 5, nor 6, nor 7, nor 8, nor 9, nor by any number except for 1 and it is self. This means 97 is a prime number. Now we move to part B. From this list, write down an irrational number. 7 over 5 is definitely not an irrational number because it is written in the form of a fraction. 0.6, it is also not an irrational number because we can write it in the form of a fraction. 8 is definitely not an irrational number because it is an integer. All integers numbers are not an irrational number. Radical 9, it is not an irrational number because it is equal 3. And the number is 3, it is an integer. Now we come to radical 7. So it is equal to 2.645751311. These numbers do not end after the point, nor is it a recurring decimal. This means that it is an irrational number. Hello everyone! In this video we will solve the 8th question of the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. In this question we have a equal b square over 5c. And what is required of us? Find b when a equal 5.625 and c equal 2. We want the b, so we do cross multiply. So we have this form. Now we put the value of a in the place of a and put the value of c in place of c. And we get the answer to b square. But we want b. So when we remove the square, we put plus minus and radical on the number. And in this way, we have obtained the answer to b. Hello everyone, in this video we will solve the 9th question of the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition, which we are required to do in this question without using a calculator. Work out 2 over 7 divide by 1, 3 over 7. You must show all your work and give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. 1, 3 over 7, we can write it in this form. And do not forget to put parentheses. First, we add 1 with 3 over 7. And in order to be able to add them, we must convert the 1 to fraction form. So it becomes in this form. As long as we have the same denominator, now we can add the numerator together. So we write 7 plus 3 and we get 10. As long as we have this form, which is fraction divided by fraction, we can put multiply times in place of the divide sign. But at the same time, we must invert the second fraction, which is this. So we get this form, and when we have a fraction multiply by fraction, we can multiply the numerator together and multiply the denominator together. And we get this answer. But in the question, he tells us that the answer must be written in its simplest form. So we divide by 2 and we get this form. Hello everyone, in this video we will solve the 10th question of the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. That is required of us in part A. Write 0.00654 in standard form. If we take this point toward the right to here, that is after 3 digits, we must multiply by 10 power minus 3. So we get this answer, which is standard form. Now we move to part B. The number 1.467 times 10 power 102 is written as an ordinary number. Write down the number of zeros that follow the digit 7. First, we must ask ourselves where the digit 7 is. It is here. If we move this point to digit 7, the power on the 10 will decrease by 3 digits because we moved the point to the right by 3 digits. So it becomes we have 99, meaning it is 99 zeros after the digit 7. Hello everyone, in this video we will solve question 11 for the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. We are required in this question, write 0.04 as a fraction in its simplest form. This number is recurring decimal and it is written in this form, but for brevity it is written in this form. As we know that the form of the fraction is in this form, we must have a numerator and a denominator. In order to be able to convert this number, which is recurring decimal number, into a fraction, we have a very simple way, which is when we have this form. I mean when we have here 0 and here all the numbers are recurring decimal. So we write the numbers here at the numerator, and in the denominator we write 99 because there are 2 recurring numbers. So we write 9 twice. If you had 3 recurring numbers, we would have written 3 nines. Or in another way, we must follow these steps. First, we must obtain 0.04 without a point. I mean that we put the point here. And in order to do that, we must multiply it by 100. The second step, we put the 0.04 below. The third step is to subtract them from each other and get this form. Thus, we have converted the recurring number to fraction. Hello everyone! In this video, we will solve question 12 for the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. In this question, we have 4 sets. This set is the largest, and this set are included in the largest set. We are required first to describe the type of numbers in the set B prime enter C. What is meant by B prime? In the complement of B expressed B prime is everything that is not in B. As long as B is odd numbers, this means that B prime means even number. We want to get an intersection between even number and square number, which is C. The answer is even square numbers. We now turn to this question asked of us, complete the set labels on the Venn diagram. As long as the set prime number is included in set odd numbers, this means that the small circle is set A and this circle is set B. We still have set C, so we write it here. We now move to this question. Shade the region D prime union parenthesis E enter F prime. What is meant by D prime? The complement of D expressed D prime is everything that is not in D. And also E enter F prime, the complement of E enter F expressed E enter F prime is everything that is not in E enter F. First, we must ask ourselves where D prime is. It is here. That is the everything that is not in D. Also, we must ask ourselves where E enter F prime. As long as is E enter F is here, this means that E enter F prime is here because E enter F prime is the everything that is not in E enter F. And we get this answer. Hello everyone, in this video we will solve question 13 for the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. This question tells us that A, B and C are points on a circle center O. DA and DC are tangents. Angle ADC equal 44 degree. What is required of us? Work out the value of x. In order to obtain the x, it is enough to obtain the angle AOC, because we have a rule which is that x equal AOC over 2. As long as he tells us in given that DA tangent means that OAD equal 90 degree. And he also tells us in given that DC tangent mean that OCD equal 90 degree. Also, as long as DA and DC are tangents, we can benefit from this that DA equal DC. If we connect A to C, we get isosceles triangle DAC. This means that the angle CAD equal ACD. And since this angle equal 44, we have here 68 degrees. We also get 22 degrees here because all of this equal 90 degrees. Finally, here we can get the AOC, which is equal to 136. Now we return to this rule and put the AOC by its value and get the x. Hello everyone, in this video we'll solve question 14 for the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. In this question, he tells us that the diagram shows a trapezium. The trapezium has one line of symmetry. Work out the area of the trapezium. So the area rule for trapezium is that we know it is A plus B over 2 times height. But we do not have the answer for B. So we must think in another way. If we put a line here with the angle being 90 degree, so we get the rectangle here. And we can get the area for the rectangle easily. Now we need to get the area for this triangle and this triangle. The area for this triangle and this triangle is the same, because given tells us that the trapezium has one line of symmetry. So we can get the area for this right triangle through this angle and this height by applying this rule. And we get the answer. Also, as we mentioned before, the area for this triangle is the same as for this triangle. Now we add them all together to finally get the answer to the area of the trapezium. Hello everyone, in this video we'll solve question 15 for the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. We are asking this question to complete the table showing information about the congruence of pairs of triangles. The first two rows have been completed for you. All diagrams are not to scale. When we are asked about congruent, we must mention these 5 cases: side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle, 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 side, and hypotenuse, leg. In these cases, we have congruent. We now come here. As we see, this condition applies to this case, which is angle, side, angle. This means that it is congruent. This does not apply to any of these cases. This means that they are not congruent. And this applies to this case, which is side, angle, side. This means that they are congruent. And this applies to this case, which is side, side, side. This means that they are congruent. But this does not apply to any of these cases. This means that they are not congruent. Hello everyone, in this video we'll solve question 16 for the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. He tells us that A is the point 5, 7 and B is the point 9 minus 1. What is required of us in part A? Find the length AB. We can simply use the length rule, which is length AB equal radical xb minus xa square plus yb minus ya square. Now we put everything at its value and we get this answer. We now move to part B. We are required to find the equation of line AB. First, we must write the equation of line, which is y equal ax plus b. Also, all of have to do is obtain a and b. We must first obtain the a, which is called the slope, and it's written in this form. After we have obtained the a, we now put it in the equation. Remains for us to get b. We can get b by putting the value of point a or point b in the equation. I will put point A, and now we can get B. Finally, we put the answer to B in the equation to get the equation of the line AB. Hello everyone! In this video, we'll solve question 17 for the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. We are required to find the gradient of the line that is perpendicular to the line 3y equal 4x minus 5. In order to be able to obtain the gradient of the line that is perpendicular to this line, we must follow these steps. First, convert the form of this equation to the form that we know, which is in this form. The second step is that we must be mindful that if we have another line perpendicular to this line, this means that a times a prime equal minus 1. The third step is to be able to obtain the gradient of the line that is perpendicular to this line. This means that we want to obtain a prime. All we have to do is put the value of a and do cross multiply. Let's finally get a prime. Hello everyone! In this video we will solve question 18 for the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. We have fx equal x2 minus 25, gx equal x plus 4. What is required of us? Solve f gx plus 1 equal gfx. When we want to solve this type of question, we have to start from the inside. As we notice, here we have gx plus 1, so we put the answer to gx plus 1. And also here we have fx, so we put answer fx. So we get this answer. Now we have fx plus 5 here, so we get it through fx. And here we have gx power 2 minus 25. We get it as answer through gx. After we got rid of f and g, we now begin solving. We take everything before the equal. We also noted that x plus 5 power 2, we can apply this rule to it. In order to get the x, we must take 21 after the equal, and to get rid of 10, we divide by 10, and we finally get x. Hello everyone! In this video, we'll solve question 19 for the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. He tells us in part A that the diagram shows a shape made from an equilateral triangle ABC and a sector of a circle. Point B and C lie on the circle center A. The side length of the equilateral triangle is 12.4 centimeter. We are required to work out the perimeter of the shape. That this, we must calculate the perimeter for this shape plus this line. First, we will start by calculating the perimeter for this part of the perimeter. Normally, when we want to calculate the perimeter for the circle, we use this rule, 2 pi times r. But now we want to calculate the perimeter for this part only. This part is equivalent to 360 degree minus 60 degree, so that is 300 degree. So we can use this rule, that is every 360 degree the perimeter is 2 pi r. 300 degree. How much is the perimeter? So we multiply this by each other and divide them by 360 and we get this answer. Now the answer we got must be added to it by 12.4, which represents this part. And the answer we get is the perimeter of this shape. We now move to part B. He tells us that the diagram shows two sectors of a circle. The major sector is shaded. The area of the major sector is 74.5 centimeters square. What is required of us? Calculate the radius of the circle. As we know that the rule for the area of the circle is PR square. But in given, we have the area for this part only, which is equal to 360 minus 41 degree. So equal 319 degree. So we can use this rule, that is every 360 degree of the area is PR square. So 319 is 74.5. This means that PR square times 319 equal 360 times 74.5. And using solve, we finally get radius. Hello everyone, in this video we'll solve question 20 for the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. We are required to expand and simplify. X minus 2 multiplied by 2x plus 5 multiplied by x plus 3. We can take any two and start with them. I will start with first two. I mean this and this. We can use this rule and we get 2x2 plus 5x minus 4x minus 10 multiplied by x plus 3. As long as we have here x and here x, we can calculate them together and we get 2x2 plus x minus 10 times x plus 3. Also here we can use the same rule, 2x2 times x equal 2x3 and 2x2 multiplied by 3 equal 6x2 and x times x equal x2, x times 3 equal 3x, minus 10 times x equal minus 10x, minus 10 times 3 equal minus 30. Now as we notice here we only have one x3, so we write it the same, and here we have x2 and here x2, so we calculate them together, and here we have x and here x, so we calculate them together and get minus 7x, and we also have minus 30, so we write it, and in the end we get this answer. Hello everyone, in this video we'll solve question 21 for the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. In this question we are told that the force of attraction F newtons between two magnets is inversely proportional to the square of the distance d centimeter between the magnets when d equal 1.5, f equal 48. We are required to find an expression for f in terms of d. As we know that the rule for force is gm1 m2 over d square. As we said before that we want to write the force in terms of d. And in order to be able to do that, we must get the answer to k. So we want get it through the given. In the given we have the force and we also have distance. So we put them here and we get the answer for k. Now after we get the k, we put this value here and in the end we get the force in terms of d. We now move to part B. When the distance between the two magnets is doubled, the new force is n times the original force. Work out the value of n. This is original force, but he said the distance between the two magnets is doubled, meaning that we now have a new force, which is the place of d, we must put 2d. So if we take the 2 out, we have that the new force equal 1 over 4 the original force. This means that N equal 1 over 4. Hello everyone, in this video we will solve question 22 for the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. We are asked in this question to simplify 2x2 minus 5x minus 12 over 3x2 minus 12x. We come first to the numerator. We have the quadratic equation. In order to be able to do simplify, we must convert it to form factorize. That is in this form. In order to be able to convert it to factorize, we must obtain the solutions for this quadratic equation. So we can get the solution through the discriminant. So we put everything at its value, and because the discriminant is positive, this means that we have two real solutions, and we get the solution in this way. Now we put these solutions here, and we get the form factorize. Now we come to the denominator as well, which must be converted to the form factorize. And because here we have 3x and here we have 3x, we can take the 3x common factor. Now we can simplify x minus 4. We can also insert the 2 inside and finally get this form. Hello everyone, in this video we will solve question 23 for the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. You are required to find all the solutions of 4 sine x equal 3 for x between 0 and 360 degree. That is, we must get the answer to x, and in order to get the x, we must get rid of 4 and sine. We can get rid of the 4 by dividing by 4. As we noted that sine x is positive. This means that the x has two answers here and here. The answer that is here is 48.6, and the answer that is here is 180 minus 48.6. In this way, we have obtained two answers for x. Hello everyone, in this video we will solve question 24 for the Cambridge IGCSE 2021 competition. You are asked to solve 1 over x plus 1 plus 9 over x plus 9 equal 1. When he tells us to solve, that is, we must get an answer x. And when we have this form, fraction plus fraction equal number, in order to be able to solve it, we must make them only one fraction. And in order to be able to make them one fraction, we have to convert them to the same denominator. In this way. Now we do cross multiply. So we have this form. Now we can simplify 9 and x and 9x. And we get this form, which is x square equal 9. When we have this form, we can simply remove the square from the x and put plus minus radical on the number, which is 9. And in this way, we have obtained the answer.